You're listening to Pondering Pennies with Dempsey and Ray.
All right. New episode, Pondering Pennies, after some technical difficulties. Big last 2 weeks. You know, you turned what? 22? Donald Trump's been indicted by New York.
I'm in my fucking Taylor Swift ear.
Taylor Swift, or Blink 182. What's that one song that they do? No one likes you when you're. I think it's 23 is what they say in the song.
No, 23 is Jordan year, bro.
What's Jordan year? I don't get it.
Michael Jordan? You don't know who Michael Jordan is? I
know who Michael Jordan is, but I don't get it.
Like, because his number was 23. So
his jersey was 23?
Yeah, so people call it the Jordan year.
Forget Michael Jordan. It's all about Dale Earnhardt. What was his car's number?
Like 80 something. I'm pretty sure it was like 89.
We gotta go with Dale Earnhardt then.
The
golden years. Just don't make any drastic right-hand turns when it's an all-left track.
I'm hoping to not even make it to fucking 89, to be honest. That's like, I want to die at like 60.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tate Brothers released as well this week. All the banks are continuing to collapse. You know, Belarus might be joining Russia with the invasion of Ukraine. Actually,
wait, back to the bank thing. Did you hear what company bought them? Didn't the company buy them out?
Which bank? Because there was a lot of banks. Talking about like one of the big ones, like the Credit Suisse.
The SJV Bank or whatever it was, right? SJV? SVJ?
Talking about SVB, Silicon Valley Bank?
Yeah, somebody bought them out. Like somebody bought their debt or some shit. I don't remember. I saw something saying like somebody bought their debt.
No.
Dude, I swear to God, somebody bought it.
Market climbs as Silicon Valley Bank finally finds a buyer. First Citizens agree
that's what I mean.
on Sunday to acquire the failed lender's retail operations. Will the move convince investors the recent turmoil in the sector is over? Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Somebody bought it, right? So like that clears them out. Like they good? They Gucci?
It doesn't clear them out, but First Citizens, that bank is now on the hook for all their obligations, though. So, like, if everyone that was under SVB still wants to withdraw all their money, First Citizens still has to have that money to give them.
Oh, so basically just somebody else is taking the debt.
Yeah, it'd be like, I can't even think of a good example off the top of my head, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're responsible. They acquire all their assets, but they also acquire all their liabilities as well in that purchasing agreement.
Okay. I understand now.
Yeah. So it just depends. So it looks like First Citizens, $56 billion in deposits, as well as $52 billion in assets from SVB. Expect to take a $20 billion hit.
Oh, God damn. That's pretty thick.
Yeah, 20 bills. 20 bills. But I thought you were talking about that other one. Credit Suisse got bought by UBS, which is like Switzerland's biggest bank that they have. They bought them out because Credit Suisse was quite a bit larger than Silicon Valley Bank. Like Silicon Valley Bank was like 200 bill in assets under management, but Credit Suisse was like over $1 trillion.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
those are some pretty crazy numbers right there.
But Credit Suisse was in such turmoil that they sold to UBS for like $3 billion, which is obviously $3 billion's a lot, right? But not a lot when, you know, you had over $1 trillion in assets. Basically, like, just gave themselves away so they didn't have to deal with the headache anymore.
Fucking yikes.
Yeah. But I mean, all it's really doing is further consolidating the banking market, right? It's just less and less options available now. So these banks are getting bigger and bigger and bigger as there's less competition as they buy each other out due to bad practices. So when one of them does finally fail and there isn't someone big enough to buy them, well, what happens then? And then it's just going to be an even bigger fallout because they got so big because they kept buying each other.
Yeah, there's going to be like 3 banks left in the world.
Yep. No competition whatsoever. But that's just how it goes in the Matrix, you know, as the Tate brothers would say.
Oh my god. Oh, so did you see the video of him when he got out of jail?
No.
The video of him smoking the cigar.
Oh, in his house, pacing back and forth.
Yeah, yo, he got fucking fat.
I mean, he's not crazy fat, but he definitely put some weight on.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he never really had like 6-pack or anything to begin with.
But like, I bet you it's all just a part of the whole thing. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to jail," and I bet if I like put a little weight on and I come back out, I'm gonna just shred that shit off and make it look like it's all part of a scheme, you know?
His scheme. But I thought part of the thing was like posting on Twitter and Instagram was like, they're not feeding me, conditions are terrible, they're trying to break me, this and that. And then he comes out like a little extra weight on him, and it's like, oh, I must have been eating good in there. It couldn't have been that bad there, Mr. Andrew.
You fucking liar.
Because he was like posting like, I gotta keep the flies away, I gotta keep the rats away. I do 1,000 push-ups, sit-ups, squats a day to keep the mind tough. And then he comes out an extra 20 pounds heavier. And it's like, what were you doing in there?
Yeah, he was. He probably wasn't even working out, to be honest. He was probably just eating and like being fat boy.
Yeah. Well, they're not out of the woods yet because now they're just on house arrest. So it's not like they've been cleared of all charges and free to go.
Yeah, I did see that. So that kind of still sucks for them because they still have like that still go through all that shit. But at the end of the day, I mean they're not sitting in a fucking jail cell for the past 4 months. Or how long has it been? It's probably been like 2 months, right?
No, it's been longer than that because it was before the new year. It was like late December is when they first got arrested.
It was really that long ago?
Yeah, it was in 2022 when they first got arrested. So you figure like late December to January, February, March. So it's been at least 3 full months. And I guess they could have technically kept extending their arraignment for like 30 days at a time, all the way out to like half a year, 180 days.
Fucking yikes. Imagine having to sit there for 180 days.
But it's kind of weird though, because they kept keeping them saying like the investigation was ongoing and all this other stuff, and wasn't like charging them yet with anything officially. So like after a little over 3 months, and now you're finally letting them out, like I would assume the investigation isn't revealing very much information to be able to charge them with something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, like if the investigation was going good and you were like uncovering all this stuff, wouldn't you keep them in jail and like be building your case and getting ready to go to court? Like I feel like house arrest is like a step back. Like doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, and they also said that like somebody was tracking them for like a year all over the world to like see what they were doing, see what they were buying.
Like a Romanian police guy was following them around, like a detective?
Yeah, kind of like a PI, like a private investigator. Like somebody was like following him and shit. But
to see if they could catch him on anything.
Yeah, but obviously if somebody was doing that, you think they would have enough evidence if they were doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, plus it was Tristan, it was Andrew, And then I've never even heard the names of the two chicks that got picked up with them. I'm assuming somehow those two females aren't like random camera girls in their company. I'm assuming like they have some kind of management, like they do something, I'm sure, to help run everything. So, but I haven't heard who those two women are at all.
Oh no, I haven't heard their names at all either. I don't even think I've seen them in any articles. I mean, they're probably out there somewhere, like in some article, but
because they got released too, but they weren't in like any of the videos when the two brothers got released. But it makes me feel like too, like none of those four people have like been snitching on anything. Because if, again, why would they let them go on house arrest if they were able to like get one of them to turn and like give up all the dirt on the other ones to like strike some kind of deal?
I mean, yeah. Well, anyways, you were talking about Trump's indictment, and I haven't really heard anything on that. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you have to say on that.
So basically, were you paying attention to the 2016 election at all?
No, dude, I was in like fucking 8th grade.
Okay, so basically, back in 2016, I think it happened in like the early 2000s, like somewhere around like 2005, 2006. Trump allegedly had an affair with Stormy Daniels, who is a porn star. And she was saying like before 2016, like the story, and trying to get like one of the tabloid newspapers to like pick it up, but no one would pick it up. And then 2016 came around, right? Trump's running for office. You know, he's in the news a lot, and she goes to one of the tabloids, like the Esquire or something, trying to pitch them the story and get them to buy the story, the rights to publish it and stuff from her. But whoever she went to, which I feel like is the Esquire, is like friends with Donald Trump, like they're boys, right? So he goes, and instead of doing that, he just tells Trump like, hey, there's this thing out there. I don't know if it would be good press. You might want to look into it. Damn. So basically what happens is they kind of settle out of court for like $130,000.
That's it.
And
wait for the rights to like the article, or like for
like hush money. Like basically he gave Stormy Daniels 130 grand, and then in return she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement and wasn't allowed to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
So after that, I lost my train of thought. His former attorney pays out the money, and then after Trump gets elected president, he reimburses this guy, right? So eventually, this former attorney has to go to Congress and he has to testify about all this different stuff. His name was Cohen. Forget his first name.
Oh, Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't go to jail for like anything he did for Trump, but it basically came out while he was testifying under oath to Congress, he lied about some of the things. So he got sentenced, ended up doing a year in jail because of that lying under oath, not because of anything he was found guilty of doing for Trump. So for some reason now, a court in New York has indicted Trump on like a couple dozen different things related to like business fraud and hush money and all kinds of different things. So like the Manhattan District Attorney began all this while he was still in office, and it related to the 130 grand that his attorney, Michael Cohen, made to Stormy Daniels in like October of 2016. And afterwards, Trump reimbursed Cohen. So they were looking into seeing like you know, where that money came from and if everything like was on the up and up, and make sure like no campaign contributions like went towards that money or anything, and like what all was this about to make sure it was on the up and up, because obviously with like campaign funds, you're very limited on what you're supposed to use those things for.
Damn, so he was using his campaign funds to pay off Michael Cohen to keep him hush hush about Stormy Daniels. Crazy.
Well, allegedly. But I mean, if the dude's really worth billions, like he supposedly is, like 130 grand's a lot of money, right?
Yeah, but to him, that's
130 grand is not a lot of money to a millionaire, like a multimillionaire, yet alone someone worth billions. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, that's like
$130 to me and you. You know what I mean? Like, you would just give somebody $130 if they had like dirt on you versus like robbing a bank for $130. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense based on the amount of money to like risk embezzling funds like that. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know if this is like the Russia collusion or like all this other stuff about Trump, right? Like they impeached him 2 different times. So, or brought articles of impeachment, I should say, against him 2 different times. So like, is this just another thing? You know what I mean? Like, it is New York. They're a pretty left-leaning state like California. So like, is this a hit piece? Are they trying to DQ him from running for office next year? Because obviously wants to run for POTUS again. Like, what is actually the intent behind all this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just with like everything going on about him, like in the news and everything, I think he's gonna run, but I don't even think people will vote for him. I mean, people aren't gonna fucking vote for Biden. I don't think, personally.
I mean, they already voted for him once, allegedly.
Yeah, but like, I feel like a lot of people realize that, like, after he's been elected, they're like, oh, fuck, all this shit's happening, and it's, like, not good for us, and we don't want fucking higher gas. We don't want we don't want inflation to be maxing out the way it is right now.
I don't know. I feel like Trump is polarizing enough of a figure to where no matter how bad the alternative option to him is, there will be people out there that will not vote for him just because he's Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, he could 180 and be selling them exactly what they want. They're like, I want brownies. He's like, I got brownies. Here you go. It's the best price per pound of brownies you could ever ask for. Would you like to buy some brownies? And they're going to go, no, not from Donald Trump. Absolutely not. I will go over here and I will buy my brownies for 5 times the cost just for the sake of not doing business with you. I don't know how many people that is, but I feel like there's a good portion of people out there. He's just too polarizing.
For sure. I think the same thing. Now that like you mentioned that, I feel like people are going to be like, yeah, anything from Donald Trump is kind of a fucking hoax at this point.
Yeah, it's like tainted water. You know what I mean? He's not good for public perception, especially after the midterms. A lot of Republicans in the midterms that aligned themselves with Trump either didn't win re-election or didn't win election if they were the challenger. So I feel like the midterms turned out better for Republicans. Then maybe, that's kind of like your litmus test there. But since it didn't, I don't know. I'm just not seeing the proof in the pudding, but maybe I'll be wrong. I mean, 2020 somehow, for a man who barely campaigned, Biden got the most votes of any person ever in a presidential election. I'm like,
yeah, that shit was rigged.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I think Trump got the most votes any sitting president has ever gotten, like running for re-election. So for somebody running re-election, Trump got the most votes ever. And then for anyone just looking to be elected in general, Biden got the most votes ever. So like, it was a record
That shit don't add up,
turnout
dog.
year.
That shit don't add up.
I don't know. People were pretty hyped up, but and then it looks like uh, Congress under Biden's direction is trying to either ban or coordinate a U.S. company's buyout of TikTok. I know you love the TikToks.
Oh my god. No, listen. I don't love TikTok, but it's like when I'm bored, I'll go on it. It's kind of like any other social media, like Instagram. Like if I'm bored, I'll go on it. But most of the time, like I've got shit going on in my life to where I don't need social media. Like I've debated so much deleting TikTok just because like when I am bored, it takes up all my bored free time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a sinkhole.
I mean, I don't personally agree in banning TikTok just because there are a lot of quote unquote influencers that's how they make their income. You know what I mean? It's kind of like OnlyFans. Like that's how I hate fucking OnlyFans with a passion. Holy crap. But that's how some people make their income. So I feel like personally, as long as TikTok isn't like, as long as China isn't doing any shady shit to get into people's lives and get into people's business and the government's business, I don't feel like it should be banned. And that's like the whole thing of why it should be banned, right? Because of like China owns it basically.
Yeah, basically China doesn't own it, but a Chinese company owns it. And with the way the CCP has control over so many aspects of life in China, like if a Chinese company has something, the CCP also has that same thing. And if you read like that terms and agreement policy with TikTok, like they're giving up everything to them. Like they know even when TikTok isn't even open on your phone, they know like what you're typing out in Google and text messages and stuff. Like they can see all your keystroke patterns and whatnot.
Yeah, but isn't that like most apps nowadays? Because like I'll be talking, like the other day I was talking about golf, right? I go on Facebook to go check up on the family, you know, and like a bunch of golf shit pops up. I'm like, all right, these motherfuckers are listening to me. Like this is bullshit. They need to stop.
That
Isn't that what like that is? Isn't that like the same thing?
So you were talking about something.
Not even on my phone. My phone was in my pocket.
And then you were on Facebook afterwards?
Yeah, and then I like opened up my phone, went on Facebook, and like just a bunch of golf shit popped up. And I was like, all right, well, this is fucking weird. I hate this.
So there is some a word for it. I forget what it's called. Like, you know, some kind of phenomenon or whatever, where like Facebook and Instagram aren't actually listening to you, but there is a thing called like you talk about something and then you start like seeing that thing over and over again. So it's like it'd be like if you're talking about like Chevy Silverados and you're like, I think about maybe getting a Chevy Silverado. Like I think I'm gonna buy one, right? And then that week you're driving around and you see Chevy Silverados everywhere, like all over the place. Like you're just noticing them at every stoplight, every stop sign, like driving down the highway. And it's not because everyone's just buying Chevy Silverados all of a sudden. Your like brain is just all of a sudden more aware of the presence of Chevy Silverados. So like you could have maybe seen ads for golf stuff before and just kind of brushed by it, but since you had recently like been engaged with it, all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're listening to me.
Oh yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense because I've noticed that before too. Like, dude, that shit happened to me today. I was like, damn, I really want a new car. Like I want to get a sports car one day, and I'm on the highway, and a fucking McLaren comes out of nowhere, and I was like, A, why the fuck is a McLaren here in this state? Like, that's disgusting. And B, that's a sick McLaren. I fucking want that McLaren. And then right after, 2 minutes after, like a G-Wagon drove by, and I was like, all right, what the fuck?
Dang. G-Wagon. I want a murdered out G-Wagon.
Like a blacked out G-Wagon?
Yeah.
Dude.
Black murdered out's the opposite of iced out.
Dempsey, I feel the same way, dude. Blackout cars, trucks, sports cars, whatever, or so there's just something about like the aesthetics of them that look so fucking good. But hear me out. My car's all blacked out, right? You know that.
Mm-hmm.
The windows, the paint, the tires. When it rains, like waking up the next day, your car looks like dog shit. Like just from like the dirt and the rain and stuff. Like your car literally like looks like shit. Like one day I completely washed it. I ceramic coated it and everything. Rained that night. Left my car outside. And it was disgusting. Like I didn't want to fucking drive it. That's how bad it looked.
I will say, like, usually white cars, for obvious reasons, always look dirty, but they hide imperfections in like the paint and stuff the best.
Oh yeah.
And then black cars are the easiest to keep clean looking, but they're the worst at hiding imperfections, like scratches and stuff in the paint.
Oh, for sure. Like somebody keyed my car like a few months ago, and you can tell that shit from a mile away. That's how bad it is.
Who keyed it?
Dude, back to my roommate. I let him take my car one night because his car had a flat tire, and he came back home. I don't know what time in the morning. I went to go leave in the morning to like go get coffee or something, and there's a fucking huge ass key in the side of my door.
Dang.
Yeah.
We're talking about the one that got arrested, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about your other roommate for a second here. You got me. Yeah, I was all calmed down, but now you got me riled back up again.
No,
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Fuck your roommate.
Yeah, no, I trust me. There's times where I kind of feel the same way.
Like this piece of shit can play video games whenever, 365 days a year.
Oh,
but we record twice a month for 2 hours on average. So 4 hours out of the month. And this motherfucker just want to sit there and game and interrupt recording time. What an inconsiderate little shitbag.
Yeah, no, trust me, I agree. But you can't hear any background noise right now because I turned that fucking input gain all the way down. But it kind of sucks holding my mic in my hand, so I need to get a boom arm mic. A boom arm.
Oh,
thingy,
weird, huh? I wonder who's brought that up before in the past about the boom arm.
Something somebody's been yelling at me for.
Pretty weird. Weird.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking weird.
For $30, I don't think it's even $30. I think it's like it's closer to 20 than $30 that I've
all right, I'll buy it
to you.
All right,
pretty weird. Pretty weird.
Hold on. Let me pull up my phone. Let me fucking buy it real quick so I don't hear you bitch anymore.
You won't do it.
A bet. A big fucking bet. You'll charge that shit to the credit card call today.
Oh, Jesus. These are not good financial decisions. Should not use credit cards.
I haven't used my credit card yet this month. I need to charge something to it so I can
like avoid the fee or whatever.
No, not the fee, but I need to charge something to it so I can just gain a little bit of credit every month. I mean, like usually I use it for like gas, just so I can, just buy gas with it, and then like the next day I'll pay it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I have that revolving credit.
Yeah, I needed something for that, so that's what I figured I would do.
What kind of credit card do you have? I feel very ignorant about all kinds of different credit cards and stuff since I never had one before.
See, I personally don't really like credit cards because I know a lot of people in my job that have credit cards, and they're just like, they use that shit religiously. And I'm like, yo, you're kind of like dumb for doing that. Like, it's nice to have one to like just make those payments and build credit. But like to use it on literally everything is disgusting. Like my one friend will use his Amex Platinum for everything, and I'm like, bro, nobody cares that you have one. Like, you don't need to use it for everything.
But now, when you say use it religiously for everything, are you saying like they're using it and carrying a balance instead of paying it off each bill cycle, and they're racking up like a bunch of debt, or they still pay it off every time, but they do use it for everything?
I personally, I don't ask them. I don't care about people's lives really, other than a few select people.
Yeah,
but they use. I don't know if they pay it off right away or not. That is what I'm trying to say. I assume they do if they keep on using it that much, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I don't know. I just never needed one. Never got one. Doesn't, I can't just buy it. Then I can't, outside of like a house, if I can't just buy it, then I can't afford it.
Yeah, no, trust me, I totally agree. I don't need one, but it's just nice to have that little bit of credit every month that just keeps on adding up.
I've definitely noticed sometimes with not having a credit. Obviously, the only thing I have on my credit report for like credit history is any houses that I buy, and I've definitely noticed like what happens when I pay off a house, and then also, like that few years of that account being open disappears from my credit history. Like the last house what am I trying to say? The last house that dropped off my credit when we were in Colorado, all of a sudden, like my credit score took like a 40-point nosedive. And at the time, like it was crazy, right? Because once that account closed, literally had zero debt, no credit cards, no school, no cars, no personal loans, no housing, nothing. Like literally zero debt, just money in the bank. And they're like, yep, credit score has gone down by 40. It's like, what? I feel like I'm like a prime candidate for credit right now. I have no liabilities and nothing but money in the bank, but you're going to lower my score? This makes no sense.
How does this make sense? This shit don't add up, dog.
Like this guy's got a job. His wife's got a job. They got money in the bank. They literally have zero debt, none whatsoever. Their net worth is all positive. Their debt to income is fucking zero. But you know what? We better drop that credit score by a couple dozen points just to be safe. They seem high risk to me. Like what? What? Who's doing the math? Or did you guys fire your risk management guy like SVB did? Are you guys okay? Are you about to go under?
You guys fucking this shit up or what?
Just doesn't make any sense. And then the next house we bought, they're like, oh, you bought a house? Got another house, eh?
Oh, that's crazy. We better raise that shit.
We better bump you back up. That's our bad, bro. What were we thinking? Like, wait, what?
Sorry, I'm trying to type this in right now. Trying to type in my card. Yep.
I bought the foam panels to put on the wall. They're supposed to be here on Monday.
See, the thing with me in doing that is my room back here is so big, but I just need to hang something on the wall. Like it doesn't have to be foam panels, but it works. It just really good. Something, you know what I mean?
You know, it works really good and it's super cheap that you can get for Harbor Freight.
What?
Moving blankets. I've seen that work before. Moving blankets, and then you just get 2 thumbtacks to put in each corner at the top of it, and then just let the rest, kind of hang down like a curtain. And I see a lot of people use moving blankets because they're obviously like made to protect the things that you wrap them up in, so they're nice and dense and heavy.
So are you telling me to put up fucking moving blankets in my goddamn back room?
I'm not saying put them. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you get them, and then it's like, all right, time to record. You just 2 thumbtacks, stick them up.
I mean, yeah, you got a point.
That's what I would do. But like with the desk in here, and then the closet, and then the window, and then the door, and then the bed, like there's no like clean we're not clean, but like easy, clear access to just toss it up and take it down each time. So I want to use the foam panels just to stick them up and leave them. But your back room, like you have like completely bare walls and nothing on that wall to where you just with a moving blanket and just toss it up there. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to work around a desk or a bed or anything.
Yeah, true. Wait, there was something else I had on my Amazon cart that just like totally disappeared, and I'm kind of upset because I was gonna buy it. And that's what it was. Oh.
Is it a dildo?
No.
Cock ring?
No.
Butt plug?
No.
Edible butt plug?
No edible butt plug, Dempsey.
Clone My Willie. I heard Harmonica talking about that the other day. Is it a Clone My Willie?
What the fuck is a Clone My Willie?
So I've used it before. So Clone My Willie.
What?
Clone My Willie is it was a few years ago. So that was even more than a few years ago. I was living in Alaska. So you basically you take this thing and it's like in a tube and you put the stuff in there and it like kind of turns into like silly putty or something or plaster. And then you take your wiener and you stick it in the tube in the plaster, right? And it molds around and then you have like an impression of your dick, right? And then you take the second part and you pour it in there and it's like liquid silicone and then it hardens and then you have a mold, or not a mold anymore, but a replica of your wiener.
Why? Why did you do this? Just curious.
I don't know. It was Clone My Willie, It's the thing. It was the thing back then. It was all the rage. Kids are doing doing fentanyl these days. Back then, Clone My Willies.
Dempsey, that is one of the dumbest things I have fucking heard, to be honest.
No, there's no way. It's
so wait. Who'd you clone your willy for? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, did you clone it for yourself so you could like look at your dick every day on the wall or something? Like, what was it for?
Nah, I don't remember where the wife came up with it, but she saw it somewhere and she was like, I want to see if this actually works. So we cloned my willy. I don't think we even have it anymore. Pretty sure when we left Alaska, we threw it away. An exact 1-to-1 ratio of my wiener is in a landfill somewhere in Alaska.
So somebody's just like, somebody's sorting through the trash and they're just like, fuck.
That's a nice cock. Nice cock, bro.
Look at that fucking thing.
It's a nice cock. I'll say it's accurate. It's a professional job. It's a real, works good. It's all the details. You sure you don't want me to send it to you after those technical difficulties?
Dempsey, I do not want your one-on-one, your one-of-one artistic making ability stuff. No.
But it's like, think of it like something to aspire to achieve. Like you could have it. Well, first you'd have to build a fireplace, but then after you build the fireplace, you put a mantle over the fireplace and you could sit it on the mantle and you could say, wow, nice cock. Hopefully one day I too could achieve such greatness.
No, that will never be in my house. That would kill you. No, you know what? I'm going to let you do it. And every time you walk into my house, you have to smack it. You have to stroke it. It's like a house breathing thing.
Put it at the top of the stairs or at the bottom of the stairs on the wall or the ceiling pointing down. And then you got to grab it and give it like a little each time.
That's what you have to do to get into my house.
Oh, yeah. Make it your doorbell. Find a way to wire it up and you just give it a little and then that rings the doorbell each time.
Just smack it so the doorbell rings. That would be pretty funny.
Make it your doorknob and you have to grab it and turn it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Stop.
I'm just saying.
Just the tip.
Probably would never have unwanted solicitors ever again if that was your doorknob. Immediately red flag. People would just run away.
You're not wrong. I bet you nobody would ever come to my house though.
They're like, do you have a problem with Mormons always coming to your house for the Latter-day Saints? Do you always have the Girl Scouts trying to sell you cookies? Well, do we have the product for you over here at Clone Your Own Willy Doorknobs?
With the low price of $69.99.
$69.69, some would say.
Yeah, you could also say that.
Oh, we got so sidetracked. Yeah, but fuck your roommate, I think, is what we can all really take away from that. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I got bad luck. I just got bad juju.
I feel like Harmonica, for all of his weebish anime downfalls, would be nice enough to be like, you know what? It's 4 hours out of the month. I can go do something else. Here you go, man.
Exactly. Yeah, but Harmonica's chill as fuck too. So.
Yep.
You know what he did today?
What did he do?
I went to Sam's Club, right? Go get some food, and he was like, "Oh, because I didn't think he was up, so I just went by myself, you know." And he texted me as soon as I got there and was like, "Yo, did you go to Sam's Club?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, wait for me." I was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't even know you were up." Blah blah blah. So I'm shopping around, and he comes strolling in, you know. And then I'm like, all right, well, hey, I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta get like creamer and stuff because they don't have the kind I want in Sam's Club. So I get it. I come back home. I start unpacking, start cooking and stuff. And he comes in and he's like, "Oh, yo, by the way, I have my scale. I finally got batteries for it." I'm like, "All right, it's sick." And he weighs himself and he's like, "Fuck, dude, I need to go on a massive cut." I was like, "Didn't you just walk in with Sam's Club pizza?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, what's that in your drink?" And he's like, "Dr. Pepper." And he proceeds to dump out the Dr. Pepper. I'm like, "You motherfucker."
The disrespect of doing that to Dr. Pepper. You could catch these hands like an all-you-can-eat CC's buffet if he ever does that shit again.
Literally, I was like, "Damn!" So your mindset just changed that quick. You're like, "Fuck this pizza, fuck this Dr. Pepper."
The people want to know, what did he weigh in at?
I don't remember. I want to say 167.
Only 167? I would have guessed higher than that.
Or maybe 175. I don't know.
Even 175. I would have pegged him around like 180, 190.
No. I mean, he's only like 5'5".
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like what, 5'5", 5'6"?
Yeah, probably around there. I'd assume around there.
When we went to the range, not trying to be mean, he did have a little bit of a belly. I was surprised. That's why I was gonna peg him around like 180, 190.
I mean, I honestly don't remember what the exact number was. The fuck, I stepped on the scale? 197.
You lard of shit.
Bro, I'm not though.
You're so fat.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go to the bod pod this week and show you that I only have like 12% body fat.
It doesn't help too that you got like literal chicken legs too, so like that's all sitting on your gut.
All right. Yeah, okay, buddy.
All I'm saying is I am, according to my latest weigh-in, for work officially
230
last week. 230. Oh my god.
225.
216 of Twisted Seal and Sex Appeal.
All right, so you're like 20 more pounds than me, right?
Uh-huh. But are you in the 600-pound deadlift club?
I don't. All right, you know what?
Just go ahead. It's a yes or no question.
Next topic.
Are you in the 400 plus squat club?
Next topic. I'm at 320 is the max I've done.
Can you rep 3 plates on bench?
I can barely rep 2 plates, man.
What? No,
I have a good excuse for that. My wrists. I'm not benching because of my wrists.
The wrist. It's always the wrist. Have you heard of wrist wraps?
Yeah, I do. I use them and they don't work that well.
I think your problem is you need to work out your forearms more.
Yeah, I'm looking at my forearms right now, and they kind of look juicy and thick.
I think you need to work out your forearms more. Do some real concentrated forearm exercises, because that also helps your wrist, obviously. Because there's a few times like heavy curls and stuff, my wrists were starting to bother me, and I started doing more forearm exercises, and that really cut down on that. And it actually helped my deadlift too. For a while there, when I was getting close on 500 pounds, I had to get wraps because I couldn't hold on to the bar. After I started doing more forearm workouts, never wrapped the bar. Just got that iron
Hear
grip.
Hear me out.
Hearing? I'm listening.
How much do you curl? Like dumbbells?
Dumbbells?
Yep.
Strict curls, seat it on the bench.
Or
If I'm like repping
10
out.
reps.
Yeah, if I'm doing like high volume, 10 to 12, usually between like 60, 70.
There's no way you're curling that. Like one dumbbell in each hand, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
The Pixar didn't happen. I want to see proof of that shit.
Okay, I'll do a video next time I go to the gym.
I was about to like drop it on you and be like, yeah, well, I love fucking 40s.
40. Bro, I was curling 40s in high school. Curling 40s in high school. You're trying to flex a little boy weight.
At the end of the day, I don't really go for like strength.
Yeah. You're one of those aesthetic guys.
Like I just want to look good, you know. I don't really care if my bench is 400 pounds. I don't care if my deadlift's 1,000 pounds. Like I could care less how much I lift. I just want to look good as fuck.
I want to be able to run somewhat decent and pick up heavy shit. In case I ever got to put my hands on somebody, I know like this person's gonna melt like fucking ice cream in my hands. Yeah, exactly.
They're about to get fucking rinsed.
There's no better feeling than grabbing a hold of somebody and just being like, I'm about to ragdoll this motherfucker, and there ain't nothing you can do to stop me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I bet that feels good.
Maybe I'm just insecure, but anytime I ever square up with somebody and like grab a part of their body, I can just like instantly tell like, oh yeah, this is not going to go good for this dude.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the back and I'm like, I just look good, bro. Don't fight me.
Well, that's what the gun's for. Like I go to the gym for aesthetics, not for fighting.
Exactly.
If I got to fight, I'm just going to shoot you. That's what the gun's for.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then that's what my gun's for. If I ever meet the day where I'm like, oh, this I'm about to get ragdolled for once, I'd be like, well, it's a good thing I got a gun. Cheat code, motherfucker.
All right. So what's another topic that's been?
The other topic is I see your text message and you finally bought a boom arm and it comes in 6 April. That's crazy. Exactly a month before my birthday.
I did buy a boom. Yep. I had to
all
do
this
it.
time,
So
imagine.
I didn't have to hear you bitch anymore.
I'm just saying, it's pretty weird. I'm pretty sure I offered to buy it on your birthday.
Yeah, you did. You didn't buy it. So,
well, you kept saying
Jew
no.
boy goes here and buys it. Yeah, because I didn't want anything for my birthday.
You kept saying no.
Yeah, because I don't want anything. I hate gifts. I hate people.
For somebody who hates people, you got 2 roommates.
Yeah, I hate people. So
I'd hate people too if I didn't consider it fuck like your one roommate. All right, I'm moving on. I had to get that last one in there. That last one in there. Did you know, fun fact, the Tate released March 31st. Always talking about the Matrix, right? And how the Matrix is coming for them, trying to put them down. You got to stay woke, all this stuff, right?
Yep.
The movie, The Matrix, guess when that was released?
March 31st.
March 31st.
I'm telling you.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. I think not.
You know, I actually have an idea for our next episode. I think we should do conspiracy theories.
Theories?
We'll make episodes on conspiracy theories. We'll tie it in separate to just our regular podcast stuff. And we will have like We'll do one conspiracy theory per episode.
Did you know Cortez loves conspiracy theories, and he wants to come back on to talk about conspiracy theory? He's got some crazy shit about something called a mud flood that he wants to talk about.
I think I remember us talking about that last time.
Yeah, something about mud flood wiping out humanity. He's got another one about the magnetic poles of the earth flipping every so often and just killing everyone. He's got all kinds of stuff.
Well, I'd love to hear him. I mean, most of them, I'm like, all right, that's kind of dumb. But then there's like those select few where I'm just like, holy shit. You know what? This kind of makes fucking sense. But then again, I could be retarded. I don't know.
I mean, autism is on the rise in the United States.
Stop, you fucking asshole.
Where is Harmonica right now? Why am I getting text messages from him saying to lock it up? What is that all about?
Oh, it's because he just walked in and was like, tell Dempsey I say hi. And I told him not to fucking bug me while I'm doing my podcast. And he did it anyways.
Oh. Tell him to go beat up your other roommate. Go throw that weight around before he loses it all. All
right. Well, I'm gonna have to mute my mic for that, so it could happen.
Oh, jeez. I tell you what. I've been spending a lot of money lately. On clothes. Like, every week I've been spending like $300 on clothes for this new job. Pants, polos, dress shirts, shoes, ties, socks.
I'd say buying new clothes.
I look good.
It probably makes you feel so good to buy new clothes too, right?
I don't know, because it's not clothes. I mean, I feel like my general get up is like jeans and a t-shirt or like a floral button up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not generally wearing dress pants and shoes and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not my daily wear. It's only for work. Before this, I didn't have to worry about what I wore for work each day, but now I do.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I know you and you're always used to the jeans t-shirt, but like, even so, even you buying these nice clothes for your new job, it probably feels good to be like, to wear them and be like, damn, like this looks fucking good. You know what I mean?
I do like going into work, being dressed up and walking around and everyone's just like, oh, damn, you looking good.
Dempsey looking fucking dope.
The second in charge guy the other day, I walked in on, I think it was Friday. I think it was this past Friday. I walked in and he looked at me. He's like, you're looking good. I'm like, oh, thank you. He's like, you keep this up, you about to be the poster boy or something. I tell you what, looking fine. And I'm like, oh, God, is he hitting on me? Getting a little bashful here.
I haven't bought clothes in like so long, and it's kind of depressing. I just like just from, I guess, like, I just don't really see a purpose in it anymore because I already have clothes. You know what I mean?
American Eagle jeans, the athletic fit. So you got more room in the thighs and butt. And
no, my legs floral don't fit in them. You saw jeans? That. Yeah, you saw that last time when I came there and saw you. Remember, we were at American Eagle. I was trying them on, and I couldn't find a pair of pants that fit me because my thighs wouldn't fit in them. Like, I'd go like 3 sizes up, and they were way too waist in the thick in my. They were way too big in my waist, but they were still tight on my thighs.
I don't remember that. You tried the athletic cut?
Yes, like there was only one pair, and it barely fit me. The pair I wore, those gray pants, and those were still tight in my thighs.
I don't remember that at all. Next time we go, we'll have to try again because I don't remember that at all.
I do. That just sucked.
I'm a 32-inch waist, so I get the athletic fit in a 34. Since I usually carry a gun, that the 32 to 34 is like makes it comfortable for when I'm carrying inside the waistband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then days I don't carry a gun, like I just always have a belt on anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
And then they're floral button ups, and then H&M t-shirts. They'll go on sale for like $5.
Oh,
How do you beat that?
H&M shirts are very nice.
Actually, recently, go ahead.
I need to update my wardrobe a little bit because I've been getting into golf, so I need to like buy some new shorts, buy some new pants, buy some new.
You need the floral button ups.
Well, I have a few
from American Eagle.
I need like more polos, and I also need to buy a nice pair of golf shoes. But it's so.
What do you wear out there, shoes wise?
I have like these pair of Nikes that kind of look they look like this exact pair of golf shoes, but they don't have like the golf shoe bottom ones. But they're the same design, right? So with golf shoes, they make the same design as like sneakers, but instead they'll put the golf stuff on the bottom.
Yeah, so you don't fuck up the turf.
Well, no, it's so like your foot kind of digs in. You know what I mean? They're not spikes, but they're like little things that like as you're driving or like swinging your clubs, it kind of like plants you into the ground so you're not moving all over.
Mm-hmm.
So my shoes are like an exact like replica of them, but they're not the same. So I wear those, but I don't know. I need to get a new pair. I don't like spending money, and I have to go back home soon and buy a flight and all that stuff.
To go back home.
Well, I got a wedding, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Number 4 coming up.
Shut up.
Is it for you?
No, it's for my friend. It's my friend's wedding.
Oh, are you one of the groomsmen?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's a little bit different than I was going to say. If you're not a groomsman, fuck that.
Yeah, no. If I wasn't a groomsman, I wasn't going to go. But I have like $250 in Delta airline credit, and flights right now are only like $500. So I'm really only spending like $250 to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
flying into Buffalo or flying into Rochester.
Dempsey.
What? That's anyways, not doxing.
Okay.
We don't live there anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Millions of people are from there.
Probably Buffalo. I've looked at Rochester. No, I haven't looked at Rochester, but Buffalo
or Niagara,
kind of cheaper. I haven't. Aren't those the same airports?
I don't think so.
The Buffalo Niagara Airport. I'm pretty sure they're both the same.
Oh, maybe you're right. Rochester is usually cheaper too.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Because a few years ago, I flew out of Rochester because there was nothing available on the date that I wanted for Buffalo, and it was either fly out a date later or fly the date I wanted on Rochester. And so I picked Rochester, but even if I flew out a day later, like the Buffalo one was going to be like $200 more.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And on a $400 ticket, like that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah. No, that's like a huge difference.
Yeah. And Rochester isn't that far. Like, it's not like we're right next to the airport anyways when we're back home. So, like, what's the difference between driving an hour and a half or 45 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's still not like that bad. So, I don't know. Yeah. I haven't figured it out.
I would look at Rochester. Probably better prices.
I'll take a peek. But anyways, back to what you were saying about your H&M $5 shirts.
Yeah. They just, they can't be beat. Although I do have one issue with the H&M shirts. I don't know if it's the hard water here or if the wife is bad at laundry. She blames it on me sweating, but I don't think it's that because not every one of the shirts does it. But some of my H&M shirts and some of my shirts for work, they like get faded and discolored. They almost turn like a light brownish blonde, if that makes sense. Do you have that ever happen to any of your work shirts? Like at the base, around the bottom of the shirt, or the pits, or the collar?
Yeah, no, the pits sometimes, just because it's so hot outside, I'm sweating in it.
And they turn like a light brown.
Yeah,
almost like they got bleached or something.
I think
but you didn't use bleach.
I think it's also because the deodorant. When the deodorant gets on it, and then you go and wash it, I think that's what also kind of causes it. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, because
I'll have to send you a picture later to see if we're talking about the same thing. But I notice it really happens to my old work shirts pretty often. But it also happens every once in a while to one of my H&M shirts. And I mean, they're $5, right? So I just assumed they weren't the best quality, and that's why it was happening.
I mean, it could be a mix of both. I'm not a fabric person. I don't know.
Outside of my work shirts, they're the only shirts it happens to. Doesn't happen to any of my dress shirts. Doesn't happen to any of my undershirts on my dress shirts. Doesn't happen to any of my button-ups, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, nothing. It's only H&M tees and my work shirts. There's got to be some kind of correlation there. H&M makes my work shirts as well. They're just putting a different tag on it. I solved it. Conspiracy theory 1 already in the file.
All the clothes are made by the same company, just different companies' names are putting their names on them.
Exactly. Well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. The wife is making homemade pho.
Oh, that sounds pretty fucking good. But I mean, if she's gonna fuck up your laundry like that, she might fuck up the dinner like that.
She might fuck up the dinner like that. But I tell you what, I'm a really bad cook, so it's really easy to be a better cook than me. So I'm willing to eat anyone's food that's better than me.
Well, I have to say, I think that goes for both you and the wife. No, I can't say that anymore. She's gotten better.
Dang, you just called her cooking bad?
It used to be, yeah.
Dang, I'm gonna tell her that. She's probably gonna spit in your food next time you're here and she cooks.
I think I've told her that before. I was like, hey, your cooking's fucking dog shit.
Dang.
I'm also like a cooking guru.
Cooking guru? I've never had anything ever from you that you've cooked.
Because when have I ever cooked for you?
Exactly. I don't know. I've been to your house. I've been to your house where you live now, and you didn't cook at all.
We literally went out every single night, and then the one night we didn't. My wife's mom cooked.
Mother cooked. That was good though. I'll get you. You already know my opinions on your former lady, but the mom might also be crazy too. But her cooking though, magnificent. I tell you what,
it was good. That was like a chef's kiss every single time. I was like, I could be 300 pounds in 2 months from your cooking, but I love it.
Yep. You know the cooking's good when you're no longer hungry and you keep eating anyways just because it tastes good, and then you get to that point where you overate and you feel bad because like there's too much food in your stomach and you're just disgusted with yourself and you're just laying on the couch like, ugh. But in the back of your head you're like, maybe just one more bite because it tastes really good.
This shit busts and I need another bite.
And then I think to myself, am I not 500 pounds simply because there's not an exquisite cook in my life? Like these people on like my 600-pound life, are they just eating bomb ass food that I don't have access to? And that's why they weigh that much? Because clearly I have self-control problems if I'm just willing to eat till I make myself sick. So do these people just have access to that kind of quality of food 24/7?
No. Fuck no. Have you ever have you ever watched an episode of my 600-pound life?
No, I've only seen like little quick bits on like social media. Like one was like two sisters that were like 600 and 700 pound each. And somebody like dubbed over it as like death metal. And it's like, you don't know how hard it is to be my size. And then the other chick's like, pay my bills, bitch, my bills are paid.
Yup. Mama said if I had a Dr. Sodi with everything, then I won't get fat.
So that's what I'm saying, though. Maybe they just got some real good, mean home cooking that we don't know about.
In that same episode, they were eating like one of everything off the McDonald's menu.
Oh no.
So no, they ain't eating that good food. I promise. They're just eating out like
You ever
3
found
meals a
it
day.
weird how way back in the day, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, like it was a status symbol to be fat. Like only rich, opulent people could afford to be fat, while the general peasantry was, skinny and malnourished. But now I feel like the general populace, like the poorer you are, the more likely you are to be fat because the food that has like no nutritional value for you, like McDonald's, is the cheap food. But then if you want a salad, the salad is what's expensive. It's like the roles have completely reversed.
Oh no, I agree. Like, and I'm sure you could say the same thing. Going grocery shopping is not. It's not fun, especially when you're buying all healthy foods. Like that shit adds up quick.
Yeah, if it's not rice and chicken, like you're even rice and chicken can be expensive, but like rice and chicken is like the only way to eat healthy and be somewhat budget conscious.
I mean, not really rice, because like Sam's Club, you could go and just buy like a 25-pound of rice for like $25. And like, I'm not even halfway through my 25-pound bag yet. And I have it almost every week.
Yeah.
So
You see it even with rice though. Like brown rice, more expensive than white rice.
yeah, because brown rice has more nutrients and stuff in it. Like brown rice isn't as good for you as white rice is.
No, brown is better than white.
No.
Yes, brown rice is better for you than white rice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where's the fact checker?
Currently cooking pho.
Currently cooking white rice.
Actually, no rice at all.
I don't know. I've always heard white rice, like jasmine
No,
rice.
brown rice is better. So, bottom line, brown rice or white rice, that really depends on your personal circumstances and preferences. In terms of health, if you have type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetic, or other blood sugar concerns, you want to choose brown rice. But if you need to follow a low fiber diet, white rice would be better. So it sounds like something to do with sugar or something, maybe, in white rice.
So white rice doesn't help me poop. Brown rice helps me poop. Got it. Because the more fiber you have, the more you're going to poop better.
Yep.
No wonder why my stomach's always fucked up. Shit, I'm about to start buying brown rice. God damn.
Yeah, I guess so. So when manufacturing white rice, parts of the grain are stripped away, but the process does not remove any of the carbohydrates. Brown and white rice are equal in terms of carbs, but not in their effect on your blood sugar. That's because fiber, which has been stripped from the white rice but remains in the brown rice, slows digestion, preventing rapid blood sugar spikes. This is helpful when you are trying to manage or control your blood sugar and can even reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes. So for people dealing with blood sugar issues, we recommend brown rice.
Huh. That's honestly, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
So I guess there you go. If brown rice over white rice, if you're worried about being at risk for developing type 2 diabetes, and if you do have any kind of diabetes, then brown rice it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I better fucking figure my life out pretty quick then.
It also says here, brown rice is high in soluble fiber contents and promotes more regular bowel movements. This could actually exacerbate certain problems related to illnesses like diverticulitis or irritable bowel syndrome, which require a low fiber diet to calm the digestive system, prevent diarrhea. Oh, I should be eating white rice then because of my condition.
Exactly. But you don't want to listen to me, right?
I literally just had Qdoba today, and I got brown rice on that bad boy.
Get fucked.
I've been self-sabotaging this whole time, thinking to myself, brown rice is where it's at.
Nope.
Dang.
No, sir. No, siree.
Well, I mean, you're almost 200 pounds these days, so obviously you can't be eating white rice because, type 2 diabetes.
All right. All right.
Dang. The more you know. The more you know. See, we could be getting these facts hard, quick, and fast if we had a fact checker. You have to hire somebody full time.
I agree.
Maybe Harmonica could be our fact checker.
Hell fucking no.
Well, we could pay him in like anime stickers or something, or like waifu pillows. We'll just what's it? Crunchyroll or Funimation. We could just pay his membership for the month, and he'll get his anime fix watching anime, Funimation and Crunchyroll. It's like a Netflix for anime people.
All right. Well, yeah, we could maybe do that. We can maybe set something up.
Yeah, be like, here you go, Harmonica. We paid your $8 for Crunchyroll for the month, so time to get a Googling.
Yeah.
If you do a good enough job, we'll buy you a waifu pillow of your choosing for your birthday. I felt so weird when we were at the gun range and he just had all these stickers of anime chicks with like their fucking pussies out and their tits out, and there's just all these people around us, and I'm like, oh god, they're gonna think I associate with this just because I'm around him right now. He's got mags for his guns with anime characters and stuff. Fucking neighbor showed up while we were there. I was like, oh god, what do they think right now? What do they think?
They're probably like, all right, this guy's
a fucking degenerate.
Literally.
I will say this though. I gave Harmonica one of my patches, and he gave me a patch back. So that was pretty dope. It was an anime patch he gave me back though.
A patch, to be fair, for a patch?
Patch for a patch. I gave him an anime patch.
I saw that.
Me one back.
I saw
it's a good patch, right?
Happen. Yeah, I mean, if you're into that stuff, yeah.
Come on, tell me that's not a cool patch that I made.
I mean, it is a cool patch, but I'm not into that anime stuff, so I would never have it.
Yeah. I think the next one I'm gonna do is keep it fair. Is gonna be a dude in like ranger panties, like nice, cool silkies.
Jesus,
you got a equal opportunity,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Fair is fair. Oh. I think we just covered everything. Donald Trump got indicted. The Tates have been released from jail and are on house arrest. Your roommate's an asshole. Brown rice is better than white rice. Talked about the banking stuff all over again.
Yeah, I mean we've covered a lot. It's been about an hour, probably over an hour now.
I don't know. We did have quite a few mess ups that I'm gonna have to go back and edit out because Ray can't figure out that my name's Dempsey. 7 episodes into this by now. One more episode will be at 4 months, and he's jacking it up still. You bought a boom arm? So we made improvements on our equipment here. So I got acoustic foam coming in. Can't stop, won't stop. The Pondering Pennies train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I need that boom arm. Now that I learned to turn my gain down a little bit, and it probably sounds a little bit better.
It does sound pretty good. I can hear Jackass in the background laughing a little bit, but I'm sure I can get that out of there in post.
A word. Yeah, I mean, I can. And it's not going to happen again. You got to lay down some ground rules for that.
I mean, is what it is, but I just assumed he would be cool enough not to be inconsiderate, but maybe I'm just projecting, you know what I mean? Based on the roommates I've had in the past. Hey, at the end of the day, money's money, you know what I mean? He's paying rent.
Yeah. Yep.
Building up the savings, building up equity. So at the end of the day, it's what's important.
It is what's important. Sorry, I just hit my mic on my headset so hard.
What, you looking down or did you drop it?
No, I was trying to itch my head.
What a ding dong. Hey, for the next one though, for next week we got it's not next week. I don't know if you noticed, the Edward one, I'm saving that for when I go to training, trying to build up a backlog that way.
Yeah.
If I don't have access to recording. Yeah. And then next week we'll be talking about that guy about the psychedelics. So that one will come out when I'm in training.
Oh, I need to go read up on that then.
Yeah, I don't know if I emailed it to you or not, if I forwarded you the reading material. So I'll have to forward that to you again at the very least. So it's at the top of your inbox.
Yeah, please do.
We got that guy at Friday at 1900 Mountain Time, his time, 2000 our time.
Sick. Yeah, no, that's a great time, especially with my shift. That works very, very, very well for me.
Too easy. Well, the wife is saying the homemade pho is ready. So
Time for the pho.
Time for the pho. And maybe some games? Some games, maybe?
What time is it right now? 1800. I could do that. I'll probably go take a nap for an hour. No, I can do it. I've already got meals for most of the week. I just need to cook like 2 more pieces of chicken. So I could
probably take that hour nap now or later.
If you're gonna go eat, I'm gonna take it now, dog.
Okay. Yeah, take it now. When you wake up, hit me up. We'll play games. Maybe one day we'll blow up enough to where we can play games with the viewers, you know?
We could do that.
This has been episode 7 of Pondering Pennies.
Wait.
It's not been episode 7. We're still going. We're still going.
Wait, no, is it 7? Remember last time we were so confused on what it was?
This is 7.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Do the outro.
Yeah. All right. Take number 2. This has been episode 7 of Pondering Pennies with Ray and Dempsey.